Good morning, everyone. My allergies are killing me right now, but I just wanted to come on here and get my little vlog on. I'm currently driving, and I left my little mount at home. So, yes, I'm holding the phone, but as you guys see, I'm not paying attention to you. I'm driving. Yeah, today is Thursday. Some date in May that I cannot remember at the moment. And I'm driving to a school campus to take my test because the TEAS test is a proctored exam. You don't get to just walk in there and take the test. Some places allowed for you to do them online. However, this school that I'm going to, they don't allow that. You have to go in and take the test. So I'm going in to take the test. I'm nervous. I've taken the test before and I did not do terrible on it. I'm just nervous. I don't know. I just really want the best outcome that I could possibly get. So the drive is about 30 minutes, give or take. It's not really 30 minutes. It's very hard to explain. But GPS says it's going to take me 30 minutes, so I'm just saying it's 30 minutes. And then I'll get there, I'll do the test, and then afterwards, I'm not doing anything. Probably going to register to take it again. So, But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'll be back. Okay, I'm finished with my test. This is gonna have to be a story time. I gotta get home first and sit down and tell you guys, but I'm done. I've already looked at my score, that's why I'm excited. I will go over all of this. I gotta go home. I'll see y'all when I get home. So I know I said I would come on here and talk about the fact of me taking this test and how it went and all of that, but I'm still kind of on a high. I can't even begin to think about that I did it and it's over. I'm headed to get a dirty Dr. Pepper. People don't believe me when I say that I be getting these dirty Dr. Peppers, and I'm getting a dirty Dr. Pepper. I'm going right now. Going to get it immediately. So, got my good old dirty Dr. Pepper. And I'm gonna head home now because low-key I'm kind of tired. I want to eat my ice cream, sit on the couch and do nothing. And I really want to take a nap, but I'm not gonna take a nap so I can go to bed early. So yeah, but let's see if I put y'all up here for stay. You guys can barely see me, but that's fine. I'm driving anyway. Okay, so this morning I went to take my TEAS test, and a lot of people don't know what the TEAS test is, but what it is an entrance exam for nursing school. And so I took that test today, and when you take the test, sorry, I don't know what that noise was. Oh, I'm pushing buttons on the thing. Okay, I'll do this. Let's see. Let me get it together, y'all. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I went to take my TEAS test this morning, and for a lot of people that don't know what the TEAS test is, it is an entrance exam for you to get into nursing school or any other kind of allied health programs like surgical tech, radiology tech, sonographer, school, stuff like that. Things that require a little bit more deep diving into the specialty than just, I don't want to say basic, because I feel like nothing that you do in the medical field is basic. So anything that is a step up from doing CNA class or doing medical assisting requires some kind of entrance exam. I mean, because and it's hard to explain. I don't really know why. I didn't make the test, so, but they require it, so you gotta take it. Anyhow, The test is broken down into 4 different components. It is going to be reading, let me think the order. It was reading, math, science, and then like English language, basically. Ooh. So, in all of those, you get a certain amount of questions that you have to answer, and then a certain amount of time that you have to answer the questions in, and then it's over. So, like for English, I think there was like 40 questions or 47 questions, 48 questions, something like that. And you get 50 minutes to do it. Math, there was like 30 something questions and I got like 40 something minutes to do it. Science was 50 questions and I got 50 minutes to do it. That sounds about right. And then for the English language part of that, it was 38 questions and I got like 39 minutes or something like that to do that in. So they don't really give you a lot of time, and you kind of got to know your stuff. English to me has always been extremely easy. So like the English and the English language part of it, super easy to me. If you live in Texas, then you are familiar with taking either the tax test or the standardized testing. If you live, excuse me, outside of Texas, I don't know how the school systems work there, but I'm just going to only assume that there's a standardized testing. So whatever kind of standardized testing your state requires for you to take, it is a lot like that. For people that maybe don't take them, I like to compare the TEAS test to the ACT standardized testing test. So like the formats are kind of the same, a little bit. If you're doing the HESI, that's more of like SAT style testing, so it's a little different, not the same. They're stressful. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're not. It was not like a piece of cake. The reason why I say that English was easy is because English has always been easy for me. Like, I've never struggled in English class. Like, I was in all my college classes for English and history and science. I did them all in high school. So, like, I had high school credit for them. Now, here we are, 10 years later? And I'm taking these classes. Baby, not easy. Not even in the slightest bit. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Standardized testing is stressful. Knowing that you're sitting in like this clean swept room with somebody that's staring you down and you got X amount of minutes to finish a section of a test and it's heavily graded. Like, it's a stressful situation, a stressful thing. Not fun. After you finish each section, I mean, you don't have somebody that's saying, okay, move on to the next section. It'll prompt you at the top and say, like, you're done with this section. Do you want to go back to the last question or any of your flagged questions? If not, click next. We're going to the next section. So it kind of is at your own pace. You're not waiting with a group of people to finish what you need to do. So, like, if I finish the reading part of it first and I'm done with the reading and, like, everybody else around me is still kind of, like, doing their little thing, then I can leave the reading section and move on to the next section. So that part of it is nice. Other than that, it's like a regular standardized test. You get there. So I got there, parked, went into the school, found where I was supposed to go. Once I found where I was supposed to go, they had signs up that said, like, if you need to go to the restroom, go now. And so I was like, dang, like, y'all are just trying to make people hurry up and go to the bathroom? Like, people can't even go to the bathroom? That's wild. Well, the reason why they tell you to go now if you have to go to the bathroom is because when you get into the test and you get started, the time is going. So, like, yeah, they'll let you get up and go, but the lady was like, you're gonna be penalized for it because if you get up and go to the bathroom, your time doesn't stop. You don't have a way to pause it. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, sorry. I was driving home and I was just like, let me just get home. I'm in my parking garage and I know that the moment that I walk into my house, Dallas, I got a new puppy, is gonna go insane, and there's just so much. So, like, I would rather get all this information out now and then I can do another video separately later But okay. So if you need to go to the restroom, they will let you go to the restroom. They are not against you going to the bathroom. It's just that your time doesn't stop. So you just kind of have to decide, like, what is worth it to you. Like, is it worth it? Unless you can finish your section kind of early and maybe you have like 10 minutes or something to spare, you can go use the restroom fairly quick or whatever. But yeah, so like the test started, it was the test was supposed to start at 9:30 and then it ends at 1:30. I say supposed to because like my life is literally so dramatic that there's no way it was going to start on time and there's no way everything was going to go the way that it needed to go. Like, my life does not work like that. That was not my reality. So I got there, I saw the signs, and the lady was like, okay, like, you can come first. I kind of cut first into the line. Everybody was like lining up behind this one guy, and I actually went past him because I just wanted to kind of stand on the other side of where he was standing. And then she ended up calling me first. Whatever, no biggie. Walk into the room. You have to put all of your belongings into the little basket. You can't even have water. So like, I just honestly recommend that you don't bring anything with you. Literally nothing but your driver's license. I mean, maybe leave it in your car if you trust where you're gonna be at, or just don't bring it at all at home. But like, you can't have anything with you. So she was like, empty your pockets. I didn't have any. I got on yoga pants. And then she goes, okay, you're gonna put all your stuff into this little basket. Okay, cool. Like, I'll put myself, you know what? I'm gonna go inside. I'm sorry, bear with me again. Okay, sorry guys. I just wanted to come in here because I needed to feed Dallas. Okay, so like I was saying, excuse me. God. So she told me to empty my pockets. I didn't have any pockets because I had on yoga pants, which, whatever, you know. So I put my stuff into the basket. She checked me. We had to do our arms like this and then like this. I guess it's to make sure you didn't have anything written on your arms. And then she was like, lift up your hair, and they had to check your like neck and stuff. Crazy work. I mean, I guess people really go to like all lengths to cheat, but whatever. Then after that, she walks you in by yourself to where you, like, the desk or computer that you're going to be sitting at to take your exam. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever taken a proctor test at a facility, but when you go, they have like back in the day, like ISS, like they have the little walls, like the, your computer desk has the little barrier, and it goes literally like way back here where I mean, yes, the person next to you, you can see them, but like, there's no way. You really have to be like, to be all in their stuff to cheat. They give you a scratch piece of paper and a pencil, and then that was it. So my experiences would never be my experiences if they were not dramatic. And a lot of this stuff I really can never make up, and people are always like, there's no way that happened. And I'm like, yeah, no, it really happened. And nobody ever believes me until they've been in my life for a little while and they're like, God, like, you can't catch a break. Never can catch a break. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, right? Because I told y'all I kind of skipped before everybody else. I'm sitting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and I'm like looking around and I'm just like, God, like, where's everybody at? The lady's not even in there. And then all I hear is, this person isn't on here. So then they get the next person. This person isn't on here either. And she goes, okay, well, that's 2 people. So what do you mean they're not on there? And she's like, I don't know, they're not on the list. So I look over at the time. It's like 9:15 at this point. Test was started at 9:30. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. It's cool. They'll figure it out. Then I don't hear anything. It's now 9:27. She has another girl come in there. The other girl is like 3 computers down from where I'm at, and then just starts yapping. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not mind people that talk, because I am someone that talks. I am someone that yaps. I'll talk you down. Okay? Talk you down. But this girl wouldn't stop. And we were kind of already in this like high stress situation because this lady is saying that she can't find all these other testers. There's 30 of us. Now there's only 2 of us sitting in this room and you can't find these other people, which means that we can't start our test until you find these other people and where they're supposed to be. So they called some other lady on the phone and put her on speakerphone. And then they're talking to this lady on speakerphone, and this lady, I don't think knew that she was on speakerphone and was just a whole bunch of stuff that we were not supposed to hear. ATI does this wrong. ATI doesn't know what they're doing. ATI sent us this list, and they've messed everything up. You're supposed to have these students. I can't find them. And then they start going back and forth. They're bickering at each other, and she's like, just print the sheet. Just reprint the sheet. Just redo it. I guess they got in touch with whoever at ATI and they corrected the list for the people they needed. And so when they corrected the list, then it wasn't like auto-populating. So she was only getting like a couple people at a time. Okay, whatever. So then they refresh the list. And I guess the names pop up. So they start bringing people in. Okay, cool. Bringing people in, it's great. Then there's a girl that's in there and she was like, you know, I took this test just a couple weeks ago and I had gotten married the week before that. They were supposed to change it. I've sent in my correct paperwork. Can you fix it? It's now like 9:50. And the lady was like, well, they should have already fixed it. And she's like, that's what I'm explaining to you. I did what I was supposed to do. Basically, I'm just summing it up. I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. Can somebody fix it? The lady is then looking at her with question marks, like, because I know in her head she's thinking like, what do you want me to do? But like with the girl, what do you want me to do? Because I did what I was supposed to do. So now what? So they're trying to figure it out, going back and forth. Again, this lady puts the other lady on speakerphone again, and the lady's going off. That's ATI. That's not us. We have nothing to do with that. She needs to figure it out. Blah, 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 blah. Like going in, y'all, going in. So finally, the lady was like, you can either take the test or not take the test, but you decide what you want to do. And the girl was like, well, of course I want to take the test, but I'm not trying to retake it or redo it or my scores not show up because the name is wrong. And the lady was like, no, it'll be fine. If you did your stuff, you sent in what you're supposed to send in, it takes a couple weeks, they'll change it. She was like, okay, cool. We're moving on. Then the lady starts giving us these codes to put in. She's like, okay, if you're taking the T's, whatever test, put this code in. So we put the code in, then she's like, if you did that, raise your hand. So we raise your hand. Then she was like, if you're doing an Allied Health entrance test or whatever, take this code. So she gives them a code. Then she's like, if you use that code, raise your hand. They raise their hand. Then she's like, if you are doing a retake of the T's, get this code. So she gives them a code. They put the code in and they raise their hands, right? Y'all, why this lady then go, how come nobody's populating on the thing? So now we're all like, so now whatever code she's given us is not working. Cool. Except it's now 10:17. We have not started this test. So now in my head, I'm like, if they only give us from 9:30 to 1:30 to do this test, does that mean that we are gonna lose the hour? Because we're going on an hour now. Like, are we gonna lose the hour? Or we have to take, like, I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. So I'm trying not to stress, but I am very highly stressed and keying, okay? Stressed. So then after that, the person next to me, he was not populating in the system at all for whatever reason. Like, they had just gone through this. So now at first they saw him, now they don't see him. Now he's not showing up, like he's not supposed to be there at all. And he was like, I can show you my paperwork. I'm supposed to be here. She's like, I believe you. They're doing this whole thing, right? It's now 10:35. We're all still sitting there. Have not started the test. So then the other lady is still on the phone with the other lady outside of the room. And she got her feet up on the desk, everything, Tell me why the lady goes, have they not started the test yet? She's like, no, they haven't started the test. People are having the wrong codes. I don't know what they're doing. Nobody's listening, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's going on and on and on. Like, we can hear you. So then she was like, oh, yeah, we got Justin Timberlake in here. And everybody's like looking around. I just kind of lost words because, y'all, first of all, the name was not Justin. It was a name that started with an A, and the last name was Timberlake. So then, fast forward a little bit. They're still yapping away. It is now 10:43. And then the lady goes, just have the people that have the test up. Let them start. Everybody else can catch up. And in my head, I'm like, finally, somebody with some common sense is letting us start this stupid test. Like, it should not have taken all of that for somebody to be like, okay, go take the test. But now they're like, go take the test. So we can finally take it. So like I said, the reading section comes up. I'm taking the reading part. It was fairly easy. So like in the reading section, it's all about it. And these are in like my own opinion. The reading section is all about how you comprehended the story that you read. It is not about what you think is right. It is literally reading the story, answering the question verbatim. So you're answering the question that is right from the story, not what you think. You have about like 5 or 6, no, maybe it's a little more, 6 or 7 questions that pop up on the stories. And then each of those have like 5 or 6 questions for each story. And then there were some stories that came up. So I guess maybe it was more than that. You had some other like little small scenarios that popped up and they only had like 2 questions. So yeah. Then right after that is math. Math is very straightforward. It's like, if you add these 2 fractions together, what are you gonna get? You have a calculator on the screen. I did use it for a few problems. But the math section, in my opinion, was all like algebra. So a lot of that was like algebra. A lot of algebraic questions, how to add decimals, the surface area of things. So if your width is this much and your length is this much, what is the area? I had a question. So I guess geometry questions. I had a question that I can remember, like a word problem question. So it was like, I don't know, I'm making this up, but like Johnny has 5,000 papers. Johnny has to split it up between 4 people. 2 people need the blue, 2 people need the red. The papers are evenly split out of the 5,000. How many of the red papers are you gonna get? Stuff like that. So when you finish that, then it goes into and there was only like 38, I think it was like 38, 40, no, it was like 40 something questions of that. 47, maybe? When you finish that section, then science is right after that. The science questions, y'all. So people think, oh, because I'm going into healthcare, it's going to be anatomy. No. Yes, you probably should know anatomy so you know what they're asking. Absolutely not. It is biology, chemistry to the T. I don't know that I saw any other kind of science in there. Straight biology, chemistry. Like, the nucleus has this. Proteins are made from what? There's atoms and protons and neutrons and electrons and how to balance chemical equations and combustion. It's stuff like that. So if you know that you are not really brushed up on your biochem, brush up on your biochem. You get 50 questions with 55 minutes. And then after that section it's called English and language. Really, it's all about punctuation. Like, oh, you have this sentence, what conjunction should go here? You have this sentence, where does this apostrophe need to go? Stuff like that. Like, real basic. It's not anything wild. And there's like 35 or 6 of those questions. And then you get 38 minutes for that. And then the test is over. So they were like, oh, you'll get the test results sent to wherever the institution is that you pick. You'll also get those test results tomorrow. Well, at the end of the test, it says, go back and answer the last question, take the survey, review, and something results. And so I did the survey, like trying to play it off because I knew the proctor lady was looking, and I was like, man, I really want to view the results because they were telling us that we weren't supposed to do that. I viewed them anyway, and I was like, let's go, because the scores that I needed to make, I surpassed them. I don't really remember all of the percentages off the top of my head, but like, I know the reading section, I got a 94. The math section, I got an 87. The science section, I did poor, like the poorest, and I got 79. And then the language section, I ended up getting a 76 in that. Now, to my defense, to the end, like when I got to the end, something got in my throat, of course. I was on question 18, started coughing. And then I'm trying not to cough because we're in a testing center and everybody is trying to like take a test. And who wants to hear somebody cough? So I'm sitting there and it's getting hot. My eyes are watering because I'm like, trying not to cough. Because I was trying not to disrupt everybody else. So I'm sitting there trying not to cough. And then I would be like, ugh! Like real bad. It was disgusting. I know the man next to me hated me, even though he was talking to me a little bit before the test. And I'm not gonna say we became friends, but like we were cordial. So I know he probably was like, dang girl, shut up. Anyhow, I started struggling. So I was like, let me focus, pay attention, but like also let me hurry up so I can cough and drink some water, because I didn't want to take any time, considering I didn't have any time really in that last section. You get 36 questions with 38 minutes or something like that. So like, it's not a lot of time. So, and I was on question 18 and I really think I had like 22 minutes when I looked. So yeah, it just, I was like, nah, let me hurry up. I don't even remember what the percentage said overall. I think it was like overall 80 something percent. So I'll take it. For me to enter in the program that I'm taking, I needed to have a 50% or above in each of the categories for me to be considered into the program. So no, I'm not accepted into the program. However, with that being the stipulations, I'm going to say I'm accepted into the program because that only makes sense, right? Like, I did the score that I needed to, and you don't have to have any prereqs. So I'm going to say I got in, and I'm so excited. Hopefully that answers some of the questions that people have had about the TEAS test. If you guys want me to make another video, or you have any specific questions, just comment them down below. I will answer them. I can make another video if it tends to be kind of like the same questions over and over again. I don't mind. But yeah, I'm gonna take my vlogging and stuff serious now, especially because I'm doing what I said I wanted to do, and I'm finally in this position where I can share information. There's been so much that's gone on, and I still have videos from like way back when that I might still post in the meantime, between time, just so you guys can kind of see, just to catch you up on what I was doing. But yeah, life was wild for this past like 2-3 years. Life was wild. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you saw kind of what I was going through day to day. You saw me lose weight like I told y'all I wanted to. I ended up losing like 45-50 pounds. I think it was more than that. I think it was actually like 65 pounds, and I looked great, just to go through one of the hardest like breakups of my life and I said for a reason, and gain like 45 pounds back. Yup. So here we are. I live in a new space. Duke passed away. I have Dallas now, as you guys saw. Like, yeah, life is wild. Anyhow, if y'all have any more questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video for as far as you've made it, if you've made it this far. I really appreciate the love and support that you guys have been giving me and that you have given me in the past. And I just pray that like going forward, I still get that same kind of love and respect in all the things. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back. Grateful for the people in my corner who constantly were telling me, do it, just do it, just do it, just get back on it, just do it, just do it. So I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it well. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Ooh, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.